Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing today? This is Yusuf Chowdhury, your digital marketing teacher, coach, trainer, or whatever. Tuning in again from San Antonio, Texas at 6 p.m. Central Time. Got questions? Ask me anything about online marketing. Bear with me. So I don't know if Charles and Nadim is here. Yesterday there was a complicated issue with one of our Facebook friends where on her self-hosted WordPress-based website there is an option for a blog. It's called the post page, right? So for some reason this post was automatically generating posts by itself without anybody's doing it manually. It wasn't a malware, it wasn't a virus. We thought it could be a script, some type of a script software on the backend that was added by the developer. And I was able to remove close to 1,200 automated generated posts. Okay. So the first thing I did, I installed this plugin to basically check the logs. But Nadim, another developer on the session, said that it might not grab it, and he was right because if it's script based, it's not going to grab it. Once I installed the plugin, for some reason, it didn't crash the website, but luckily the website was up and running. But on the back end, you were not able to log in. So what would you do in this sort of situation where you added the plugin to your WordPress and it won't even allow? It's not even allowing you to log in on the back end, right? I mean, you can view the website from the front, but if you want to log in, there's no option. To resolve that kind of issue, you have two options. The first one is you can use a FTP client, which is called FTP, which is a file transfer protocol client, which is a software you download locally on your machine, like for example FileZilla. Then you connect to your server directly and go back to your WP content folder and delete the plugin that you installed. So that's option number one to resolve the issue. The option number two, which is the easiest one, honestly, and that is to contact the web hosting provider. In this case, it was it was the WP Engine, and they have an excellent customer support. I logged in, chatted with them. They run a quick script and deleted it, right? But they couldn't figure out still why the website was generating some type of automatic posts. At least it's cleaned. All the plugins are updated and the website is working smoothly. But I think Lauren's going to go and talk to the main developer to see if there's a script in the background that caused the issue. Shezvi, my man, what's going on, bro? I haven't seen you for ages. How you doing? Are you still with the Peer One, or you moved? I think last time you told me you moved with another project or a company. I don't recall, but let me know how you doing, man. Are you still in town? Where are you at right now, my man Shezvi? How you doing, man? Where are you at? Where are you hanging? So, so that was the thing. That was the thing. And yesterday we were talking mostly about how not to end up being a product junkie where you end up buying a lot of softwares and product for your businesses without even focusing on the actual customer. How can I focus on the customers? How can I make some of the experiences when they visit the website or reading of my material or content, how can I make it accessible for them and easy for them? And this is a huge subject when it comes to the concept of user experience, right? Like a lot of folks, like when it comes to a website, nobody talks about, excuse me, nobody, or I shouldn't say nobody, let's say most people don't talk about how the customer going to experience when they visit the website, or what should I look for when I build a site, right? Should I take people who are disabled, like blind or deaf, should I take them into consideration? Yes, we should, but that means now we have to build the site according to certain rules and regulation and guidelines so they can have that amazing experience, right? And also we have to understand when it comes to like color, the psychology of the color and the design, why we are building the website in a certain why we are building the website in a certain way. Like what is the reason behind it, right? So these are some of the questions that has to pop in your head to understand and figure out exactly what are you about to do. You know what I mean? So let's see, what kind of question do we have for today? What is the question for today? Let's see. Let me go to the DM. Okay, if I post, this is by Giota. If I post an article in two different sites, will I have a problem with duplicate content? My domain authority and my ranking will be affected. Excellent question. The thing is, if you post two different content, right? If I post an article, look, if you post the same blog post on two different domain, Google has to decide which one is which or which is the first one. So if you put it on the first domain, then the second one, it will take the first one into consideration. You're not going to be penalized. What's going to happen? The second domain possibly will not show up, or it's not going to be on the first page because it's the same exact content, right? So I wouldn't go with that route. What I would do, if you have a second domain, hey, shoot in the dark, I say, what's going on? Where's your mask? It's invisible, man. You can't see it, right? So if you're going to post it, it's going to be different, right? It's going to be different, not the same thing. Because if you do post different content on a different two side that you want to link back to the first one, you can do that, but you don't want to have the same exact one. And even if you do want to post, let's say if you have a several domain properties out there, if you want the main one on the main domain or the first domain, you can post it there. Then after several weeks, you can post it on a different other sites, but Google's not going to basically rank those. Okay, so that's a strategy. I wouldn't just start putting content everywhere for sake of putting, because when you post valuable, impactful content on several places, for example, let's say on the main website you have the blog post. On the social media, you can use the same content, repurpose it, turn it into, let's say, an infographic, right? Then post it on an infographic site. Same content, but it's changed to an infographic, or to images on social media, or to a video on YouTube. You can do it that way. So you can basically repurpose the content into different format and post it like that, then take them back to your website. So that's one idea. The second strategy is that if you write the first content, or the, let's say you have a content with 1,000 words, and the first 600 words you wrote it on LinkedIn, and the continuation of that, the remaining material, can be on your blog post on your main website as a second continuation post. Does that make sense? So that's how I would do it. Okay. And this is how you repurpose it. In fact, there's an amazing person who really talks extensively on the concept of repurposing your content. Let's see. Let me pull up our website. What is it called? Okay. What is it? What did she go? Is she still the same? Let me double check here. Used to be called Traffic Generation Cafe. Let's see if it's still around. Traffic Generation Cafe. Yeah, you can check out Traffic Generation Cafe by Anna Hoffman. She has a lot of resource on traffic through organic means, through content means. She did a couple of sessions on how to repurpose your content as well, so you'll get more ideas from her side, because she specializes in traffic generation using organic means. So you can check out, let me share this link right here, traffic traffic generation cafe. So you can check it out. Let's go and post it here for y'all. So there you go. Check that one. Okay. So that is the answer to that question. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, speaking of e-commerce, if you want to learn how to build a website using an e-commerce concept or the e-commerce ideas, Neil Patel basically put a free course on how to use WordPress with the WooCommerce, of course, and build an e-commerce type of business. Okay, so if you go to my, let me share this with you real quick. So right here, I posted it on my Facebook. Welcome to e-commerce unlocked. So once you go to this link, Neil Patel blog / e-commerce marketing, you can find this. So basically, he's offering a free content on how to build using the WooCommerce. How to, if you want to start building to sell your products and whatnot. So it's all right here. Okay. Week 1, lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3. So it's free. So get it while you can. Okay. Subscribe to his YouTube channel as well. A lot of good stuff. Okay. So check it out when you get a chance. All right. Let's see what else we have here. So one of the conversation was going on about what is it? Users are now able to block political ads on Facebook and Instagram. What do you think? Is that a good for users? Yeah, I mean, if nobody wants to see it, I mean, right now, even if you look at the typical ad, you can always put like not interested, and Facebook going to ask you why. Then you can say if it's irrelevant or not, and that's nothing new. You can always give that feedback anyway, right? So whether you see a political ad or not, that system is not new. The thing is, if you want to run a political ad, you have to actually submit some type of application. If you're running for, I don't know, to be a mayor or Congress or senator or whatnot, if you want to run any type of those typical ads, campaign ads, it doesn't work regularly with the Facebook just like that. In fact, all your ads going to be disapproved, even with Google, right? If you run a political ad, it's not going to go through. It's going to be disapproved. So you have to go. There is an application through Facebook for political ad or even Google that you have to apply, and they will manually approve it. Once you get the approval, then you can start running these so-called political ads. Okay, that's how you usually do it. Samantha Nahara, what's going on? How you doing? How is your business? How is Heartfire Media? Right? How's the business, man? How you doing? Everything is good. So that's what I would say with the Facebook ads, for the political ads, or for the Bing and Google political ads. You do have to submit an application. Once you get the approval and they know who you are, then they'll approve it. Then you can run it. Okay. So that's how you do. Another question right here. I'm working on a website for SEO for a particular keyword. Website is in 14th position in Google. How to bring it up first page now? I'm continuously working on off-page SEO and technical SEO. Great. Akshay, if you're already working on the off-page SEO and the technical SEO, that will actually help you to kind of push that keyword from the second page on the first page. So what you do, first of all, write a content around that key phrase, okay, on your website, and make sure you have an amazing content that address, that particular keyword-based content. And then start promoting it on your social channels, and you can use if you do link to that content, then use like infographic or other similar content that pointed back to that content. So you have a link building process going to the blog post with that particular keyword that can definitely will help out. Okay, but as you know, I mean, you already know how to do the off page organically, so that is going to take time anyway. So write content on that one and around something similar to that one, and just point it back to that particular page organically. Then eventually Google will decide to put it back. And by the way, don't forget to use answerthepublic.com, because answerthepublic.com takes all the question based key phrases based on the people also ask database within the Google, right? And recently, Buzzsumo, if you get a chance, check out Buzzsumo. They have like, I think like 60% off type of service that you can utilize to see what's trending within that particular keyword within the social channels. Hey, Jason, what's going on? Thank you for sharing the video, my man. Appreciate it. Okay, so check those two tools, the Buzzsumo, and if you want to, get into the service, they have like up to 6 months for this huge deal. Check it out, and also use Answer the Public so you can understand exactly what your audience are looking for. Okay, so that's what I would do. Okay, that is what I would do. Somebody says, can anyone suggest me why my traffic is not increasing? Working really hard, please help. Well, the question is, what are you working on that is really hard? Yeah, okay, I have one of my clients in the autism industry. She hired several writers to talk about the subject, and she was able to post like 3 to 4 blog posts per week, not per month, content that is addressed to the educational industry, the law enforcement, the medical, the university. So, and it was like 3 to 4 content per week. Very valuable, amazing content. And within like 6 months, now now she's getting like close to like 200 to 300 hits a day. Okay, so if you have an amazing content, like impactful, highly beneficial, and you're consistent and using the social channels and using the other link building, the ethical link building process, then eventually that is going to increase your traffic. Jason said, best practices for e-commerce for lead generation. The first thing is, excuse me, what the heck? The first thing is, run ads. Okay, because you have the e-commerce website, right? You have the e-commerce website, you have the copy, you have the hero, the banner, the message, and the product. The most important thing is to increase the targeted traffic to the e-commerce website, Jason, right? In order to do that, the ad can help you to basically not just optimize but target your audience, the laser target of the audience that are interested to buy your product, because they are looking for you and they're finding it and they're going to land on your website, right? So I would advise you to do the ads, whether it's Bing or Google, mainly because they're search based, and of course you can also test it with the social. The second thing, you do have to optimize, because the on-page optimization for the e-commerce is a little bit different. Okay, I mean, it's just a typical on-page optimization, plus you have to focus more on the product, on the images, and how to optimize the product. In fact, a couple of weeks ago, I shared a few content on how to optimize e-commerce site for on-page SEO. Let me see if I can find that. Let's see if I can find that, because you have to enhance the optimization on the e-commerce a little bit differently. Then let me see if I can find it here. I'm gonna put oh, actually, guess what, Neil Patel again, he put an article that the ultimate guide to the e-commerce SEO for e-commerce website. Let's see. Okay, let me share this link with you. There's two. Check this one from Neil Patel. Okay, let me share this with you. I'm going to share 2 links with you, Jason, that you can kind of go through it. One from him and the other one from the Search Engine Journal. So check it out, because it has all the steps, more details. So let me go ahead and share that for Jason, my man. Okay, so that's one. Make sure you save it. The second one I want you to check. The second one is from Search Engine Journal. Okay, they specialize in SEO. One of my favorite places to continue to learn. Okay, so look at these two and do a comparison, and this should help you to improve your e-commerce. Okay, because when we talk about lead generation, we're talking about your target audience coming to your site. Once they land on your website, okay, how to convert them, right? How to make them buy the product. So that's the two process. One is the user experience, and the other one is where the traffic is coming from. Because one of the things that I discussed yesterday, it's about how when you buy services like lead pages or email system and build on your let's say e-commerce on a specific platform and whatnot, sometimes we really forget that the most important element in this whole process is your customer, right? Most businesses should really invest more time initially to invest and understand what who are my customers. I have an amazing business associate, Jamie Roberts, who's also a teacher at the Texas A&M on the South Side, and he was also a business partner. We're on digital marketing consultation services. He specializes in the what do you call it? The concept of buyer's persona, where he breaks it down. Who is your audience from every avenue, from income to age to behavior to whatnot. It's very fascinating how he breaks it down. Then attach that to the digital marketing in terms of how to attract your target audience back to your website and how to build the website in a way that is so functional to the customer themselves, like how they're going to use it, how they're going to have an awesome experience, and how they're going to convert, right? So that's very, very important to look at the stuff. Even if you have any kind of businesses here, always understand your customers, understand your audience. Ghulam, alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. What's going on, akhi? Thank you for tuning in. If you have any question on online marketing, please let me know. The weather is so beautiful today. It was kind of hot, but now I can see like a dark cloud. When is the dust gonna visit us? I can't wait for the dust, the Saharan dust. Okay, so yeah, I come from that part of the world, so I'm kind of used to that. I want to say it again. So let's see. Do you have any more questions, Jason? Thank you for that awesome question. Appreciate it. Let me know if you can save those two links I sent you. Okay. So let's see what else we have here. Okay, Kilpana, let's see. Hi, team. This is a great Facebook group called the Digital Marketing Questions and Answers. So I'm just basically going through some of those questions. So here's another question. My company page has last month 200 followers on Instagram. Suddenly it got reduced to 95 followers. It's reducing every day by day. Oh my God, it's reducing every day by day. Do anyone know what is the reason? Please share it. Well, first of all, we need to know what is your Instagram account so we can look at it. Okay, that's one thing. Secondly, double check and see what kind of content you're putting out there. Are you putting a content that especially the thing is, if every day the followers are leaving, you might want to double check and make sure that are these real followers or fake followers or bots. There's a possibility that some companies, unfortunately, what they do, which is not an ethical practice in my opinion, to be honest with you, because it doesn't even make any sense from a business point of view. Why would you buy Twitter followers or Facebook likes or Instagram followers? Why would you pay to have fake followers that are not interested in your product and services? Some people say, oh, because if I have so many followers, the new customer can see I'm popular. We got to stop doing this show off stuff because it's so fake. You know what I mean? Don't do that. You need to acquire and gain actual either hot leads, warm leads, or cold leads that are interested in your product and service, right? So there's a possibility if somebody or if you hire somebody that helped you with the Instagram and got you fake followers, there's a possibility that Facebook are deleting those accounts. It happened to one of my friend where he didn't know this like many years ago, where he actually paid a company to get these so-called Facebook likes, and one day, of course, Facebook made an announcement that there are more than 85 million fake accounts and they're in the process of removing them. And just one day, all those, like half of those followers gone because mostly were fake. So I'm assuming that could be the reason that you're losing all these followers. That's my assumption. But if you can, post the Instagram link, maybe you can kind of look at it and figure exactly what is going on. Especially nowadays with here in the U.S. with the situation that going on. If you're in business, you have a Facebook business page or whatnot. Don't try to involve religion or politics within your business. Keep that out of your business page. You can keep them personal if you want. Salman, wa alaikum salam. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. When it comes to like religion or business, I mean politics, keep it out, and don't even bring those sort of subject, because a lot of people are get nowadays they get triggered too easily, and social media really is not the place to for those sort of conversation, because none of the opinion or situation in the country changes because you voice your opinion, and it doesn't matter. It makes you feel good, right? But it really doesn't change anything in reality. Nobody changed their mind because you posted something, right? You can take that conversation on a private group or one on one when you see somebody one on one and have a civil conversation. But other than that, I think it's completely waste and ridiculous for people to act like, oh, look, I'm involving, I'm going to change my profile. That means nothing. You're actually basically giving more data. It's called data mining. You're letting Facebook to understand more about what you're doing. So you're like, consenting on giving your data, like a person who's dumber than a smooth rocks, right? So let's see if there's any more questions. If y'all have any more questions, my audience in Facebook and YouTube and Periscope, please feel free to ask. So there's another good article written by my friend Abdul Mukti right here. He's actually building a software for SEO. It's called the Backlink SEO. He's still working on it, hasn't finished it, but he wrote a good article on how to do a backlink process. So when you get a chance, I highly recommend that you need to check it out. Let's see. Let me see if I can share this link with you guys here. 1 second. So this is for if you want to learn a little bit, because there's so many ways to do backlink. You have to be very careful. You don't want to violate Google's standard when it comes to backlinks. So my friend here, he put a good article. At first, I'm like, the title kind of threw me off. I was about to yell at him, hey, this is not correct. But as soon as I read it, I'm sorry, it's not my friend Abdul Mukti is building this, but I think there's a contributor who put this good article on how to basically, do backlink or link building ethically, okay, without getting penalized or anything like that. So when you get a chance, check it out. I'm going to post this link on the Facebook right here. Where is it? I'm going to post it right here. Brother Ghulam, how is business? How is your real estate business? Are you doing any open house through Zoom? You should if you're not. So when you get a chance, check out this link right here. Get backlinks. I have a 25-acre land for sale in Whaley, Texas. I'm looking to reach commercial developers or investors. Excellent question. So what you do, of course, you can always go to the meetup.com, look out for those real estate investors, hang out with them. But right now, I don't think most people are doing. So your best bet would be if you run an ad, or check out some of these Facebook groups and LinkedIn groups within the real estate industry and let them know this is what you're doing, because I'm sure an investor would love to buy that property. Or you can run a Facebook ad, because Facebook ad right now has a specific feature for it's called special ad, mainly for financial, credit, and real estate. So you might want to run an ad to sell that property. That's what I would do. Help me to market this property. Okay. Like, alaikum salam, Salman Khan. Salam, I think my computer is slowing down. What's the best way start up a little faster? Well, get a Mac. Depends on your machine. You got to increase your RAM, right? And maybe what kind of PC? Is it a PC or a Mac? If it's a PC, what kind of PC is it? Do you have the latest, what do you call it? Pentium core, whatever. To be honest with you, I haven't dealt with PC for like decades. I don't work with PC anymore. I was born in PC, but I converted to Mac. The first person would be, I would connect you with my Usified approved IT person. His name is Jeremy Paul. Okay, I send all my client for any IT stuff. Where are you, Jeremy Paul? Where are you, Jeremy? So if you want to message him, That's him. That's my friend Jeremy Paul. Tell him Yusuf told me that you are Yusuf had approved. He has an IT company as well. He's a very genius guy. So connect with him. Oh, Alienware. Oh, amazing, man. He also used Alienware. You need to get connected with Jeremy. Okay, look him up. Okay, type his name. Look him up right now. It's let me share with you his account right here. It's facebook.com/jeremy-paul.75685. Talk to him, message him. He's the best person that can answer that question for you. Okay, so talk to Jeremy. Tell him Yusuf sent me to you. He said that you are Yusuf had approved. I have a question. Can you help me? And he will help you out. He's really good. He's really good at what he does. I mean, besides fixing computers, he set up like servers and so I highly recommend him. Okay, so make sure you connect with him. Let me go ahead and post his account just in case. So brother Ghulam, let me know. I mean, if you want to run an ad, you need to let me know what's your budget and how many leads do you want to acquire to close that property. Then we can talk about that. Okay, because I have to have my Facebook ad team run a research in which area and how many leads do you want to sell the property. Then I'm going to come back to you with an estimate and all the stuff. Okay, so one second, Salman. I'm going to just in case I'm going to put his okay, I'm going to tag him too. Let's see, Jeremy. It's not working. Okay, here we go. So that's his link. Check it out. So, brother Ghulam, yeah. So what I need from you is you want to sell that specific property. That means it has to be good, high quality images. If you have a video, I don't know if you want to do a drone video, that'd be nice. Or if you have a video that shows the inside and out, and then let me know how many leads do you want to acquire, because I think it takes several leads to close the deal, right? And let me know which location you want to target, and based on how many leads do you want, then I can have my team run some analysis. Then we'll get back with you on an estimation in terms of how much money you need to put in on the ad and how much we're going to charge you. Okay, that's what I would do. Let's see. Okay, thanks. I'll look it up. Enjoy. You're most welcome, Salman. Thank you so much, man, for tuning in. Let me know if y'all have any more questions, please. Any more questions? Yeah, most welcome. Let's see what else we have here. What else we have here? Do we have any more questions? Okay, is there an app for Canva? Yes, there is. There is an app for Canva, but I think it's on iPhone. I'm not sure if they have it on Android. Double check. But I know for iPhone, there's an app for Canva if you want to use Canva. But really, if you want to use it with its full potential tools, it's best to use it from the laptop or the desktop, because even with the mobile app, it's there are a few things that you want to be able to do. Like I cannot add or upload images to it. I tried that, but it didn't work for me. So it's best for you if you can utilize the what you call it, the desktop to run the Canva. Okay. Another competitor for Canva, it's called the Relay That. So the thing with the Relay That, what happens when you make the graphic in one click, it will basically automatically generate like up to 200 variation of that one image that you created in at least like 3 to 4 social channels in one click, which is amazing because now that saves you time. You can like a different variation and post different images on different platform. Okay, so that's what I that's another one that I would recommend using. All right, do we have any more question for today? Any more question about online marketing, websites, social media, customer market analysis? Let me know. It is 6:35 p.m. Central Time. Do, do, do. So let's see what else we have. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for 1 more minute. If I don't see any more question, I will bounce. Okay, I'll wait for a minute here. Did I even share that link for the backlink? I think I forgot. Here we go. Here's the link for the backlink. Back, actually, backlink SEO. So this is what my friend is building. This service is called Backlink SEO. So hasn't finished it yet, but he's in the process. I think he's going to release it next month. I can't wait to use it and utilize it. So there you go. Put it right here. Okay, all right, folks. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll definitely get back with you all tomorrow, Friday at 6 p.m. And don't forget, if you enjoyed learning from this, do me a favor, go ahead and click share or invite some of your awesome colleagues or tag them. I would highly appreciate it. And I'll be back with you all tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Time. Bye bye for now, and you all have a good day.